First of all, I want to thank Pat Darcy, and I want to thank the Pima County Hall of Fame. Kind of caught me off guard, but I'm really excited to be here, and I think this is a special moment. A lot of fun to hear all the different stories. I was trying to think about what I was going to say, and I think number one, and me and my brother talked about this a little bit, and he's probably going to talk about it a little bit more. We grew up in a very unique situation by having a bunch of friends that were all obsessed by baseball. And actually at our high school, we had 5 guys on our team that ended up playing in the big leagues. But it seemed like ever since we were 8, 9 years old, and one of our best friends, Adam, is over there, all we cared about was baseball. All we wanted to do was go outside and play baseball. All we did was go to the cages and hit baseballs. It was almost like an obsession, I would call it. But number one, I want to thank all my friends I had. And there's plenty of them. And we had 5 that went to the big leagues and a bunch of other guys at our high school that ended up playing in D1 baseball. So that's the main thing. I was thinking about the friends that we played with. And then the coaching staff in high school. He wasn't able to come here, but he's in Chicago. Phil Wright was a great high school baseball coach, and he taught us all a lot about having fun, enjoying baseball, and going out there because we loved it. So Coach Phil Wright's someone I wanted to talk about and say thank you to because he was such a special part of my career. And then Scotty Locks, Keith, his brother, they're not here, but they were great coaches I got a chance to work with. They were very special to me. Renee and Bobby O.D., they were 2 special coaches that really helped us out. I didn't invite a lot of people here, just me and my wife. But I was talking to my dad, and I said, you know, who should I invite? And I started thinking about all the people that helped me, and then it really made me feel like I'm in a unique situation. I grew up at a big league ballpark. My dad played for 11 years, coached for 36. You know, while other kids were searching for lessons and someone to help them, I grew up in the Oakland A's Coliseum. And my dad wasn't the best hitter, but he was a very smart man. And when I would go to my dad to ask him for advice on what to do hitting-wise, he always had the right thing to say. Hey, don't ask me. Go ask this guy. Go ask Carney Lansford. Go to Mark McGuire. So all the people that helped me learn how to hit, I don't think there's any way they would have flown all the way to Tucson to, you know, hear me accept this Hall of Fame thing. But I was lucky growing up around baseball, and there was seriously multiple times I got a chance to work with Mark McGuire, Carney Lansford, some really good ball players, Terry Steinbach, Mike Bordick, guys in the Oakland A's Coliseum in that team. I mean, they helped me and my brother so much, it was ridiculous. So for those guys, for sure. Another local that went to U of A was part of the World Series team, Clark Christ, great shortstop back in the day. He actually drafted me. He believed in me. And after I got drafted, I only hit .215. And when I came back that winter, he was the one that had me on the field, throwing to me every day, helping me with my swing. And in the offseason, I got to put in a lot of work with him. So he's definitely someone I want to acknowledge a little bit. And then in my professional career, when I was in Double-A, I worked with a gentleman by the name of Bye-Bye Balboni. I don't know if people out here know who he is, but he was a really big guy, played for the Kansas City Royals, and he taught me how to hit the ball on the inside part of the plate. Taught me how to hit as a big man that was 6'5". You know, sometimes that's tougher than people realize because your arms are so long. But Bye-Bye Balboni, you know, he had 36 home runs. I think his record got broken this year by Moustakas. But he was a big guy that taught me how to hit. And there's no way I would have made it to the big leagues without his help. And then when I did get to the big leagues, another Kansas City Royal, Hal McRae, put in a lot of time, a lot of work to help me get to where I was at. So I want to make sure that I thank them. And obviously my wife. You know, I don't know what I would do without her. She had a big part to do with my whole career, especially at the end when I was crash landing. She was the pillow I landed on. And sports is tough sometimes. You have success, you have failure. And at the end, a lot of times, unless you're a Hall of Famer, it doesn't end pretty. And it's good to have someone there to help you out. So my wife for sure. And then most of all, my brother. You know, I grew up just kind of chasing him around. He was setting all the records, hitting all the home runs. And I was just a year and a half younger, just chasing him around, trying to keep up with him. So having my dad, having my brother kind of lead the way, I was very fortunate. I was very lucky to be in that type of environment. And thanks to my dad mostly and my brother, to be honest with you. So just want to say thank you to everybody, and I'm glad to be here. This is a special moment. Thank you.